welcome back to Salty Sunshine where we shoot the salt. How you doing, Mama?
I'm good. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to our show, to Mother-Daughter Banter.
Yeah.
A little fun banter. I don't know what happened. I woke up and I switched to fall mode. I'm like, I'm in fall mode. Like I'm over summer. When does fall start? It starts in September, no?
Does it?
I don't
Or
know.
summer just started in July.
Oh, well, my brain moved past summer and I'm in my sweatshirt. I'm in cozy vibes.
Right, even though it's still so hot out.
I'm doing pumpkin spice. I'm doing cinnamon. I'm in that
I guess
vibe.
the pumpkin spice is out at Starbucks, so
Isn't
maybe it
it?
is close to fall.
Oh, I see Halloween stuff everywhere.
Well, yeah, that's coming, but I don't know when fall is officially here.
I'm ahead of
That's
myself because I think it starts at the end of September.
Yeah, I think someone else actually mentioned that to me too, and I was like, is it that soon? But I think everyone's just over the summer and the heat.
Oh, I'm so over it. I was walking Lulu this morning and the authorities have dropped the ball on, you know how like COVID and like sanitary stuff and all that stuff. Do you ever see guys spit on the street? I'm like, can somebody ban that? It's a health violation.
Really? Who's
There's
gonna regulate that
Well,
when
people
nothing
are
else is
like they're
regulated?
telling people to wear masks and all that, and you're gonna let people just like hawker up a spitball and throw it on this. That's disgusting. Like when you really think about it, that's like peeing on the sidewalk. It's your
Yeah.
bodily fluids. It's so gross, and it's so prevalent in Miami because I think like it's a more of a Latin thing, or I don't know what. It's like it drives me. I hate it. I get so pissed off. Like I was walking Lulu and this guy, I guess he was a landscaper, just like spitting all over the place. I wanted to turn around and be like, ew.
That's why you're not supposed to wear your outside shoes in the house.
Okay, but you shouldn't be spitting on the street. Why? What? I mean, sorry. Why are you spitting on the street? Women don't do that. It's disgusting.
Men are animals.
Disgusting. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And they spit out the car window when they're driving. It should be illegal. I mean, why haven't they caught up?
Again, who's gonna regulate this when nothing else is regulated?
Well, you're not allowed to pee in public. It is regulated.
Okay, sitting there with your pants slightly down and peeing is a lot easier to catch than someone
Especially with all
spitting.
the health concerns going around. They should just like be like, you're not allowed to spit in public. Gross.
Yeah, at least make it a law and see if people stop with things.
Yeah, it's like so gross. I feel like it's so violating to the people around you. It's like how has this not come up? Like it's so violating. I get
Yeah.
disgusted. And they'll spit right next to you too. You're like, ew. It's so nasty. Anyways, did you see anything good on TV? I did.
But
Okay, so Apple, I said presumed innocent. I already told you about that one. So you know they don't put out content like every maybe 4 or 5 years. Like it's so annoying. But their content's really good when they do put it out. So there's a few shows on there that I have my eye on. And one of them I just started. It's called Bad Monkey with Vince Vaughn.
oh, I saw you missed
He's
that.
so funny. He's from The Breakup with Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah,
He's
I know
so
who
funny.
Vince Vaughn is.
Okay, so Vince Vaughn, I forgot the other girl's name. She's a well-known actress. There's a lot of good people in there, but um it's based in Miami and the Keys, which I love because I'm here. So I'm like, oh, I know that place. Oh,
Yeah, like watching
so
police.
yeah, it's so fun.
Like,
He's like a cop that's on suspension and then he's trying to whatever, but all this stuff is happening, but it's so good. I loved it. And it comes on every Wednesday. So I think today, a new episode. I'm very excited.
nice. Have you been watching Emily in Paris?
Yeah, it's so boring.
So boring. It was like a background show for me while I did other things, and
Hmm.
then I like kind of paid attention a little, and I was like, I can't. This is so boring.
I don't
And
know if I saw that last. I don't know if there's more for me to see. Like if this first part's over, but the last I saw, well, spoiler alert. The last I saw is when the blonde girl Cami, she comes back and she's like pregnant, but she's in love with another girl. It's just the plot's gone. I don't know.
last you saw, that's like That is like the beginning of the show. What do you mean?
No, that's the end.
It's the end?
No,
Did I
I don't
already
know if it's
watch
the
the whole
end, but
thing?
it's not the beginning. I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm not sure.
I wonder if I already
Anyways,
watched the first part. First of all, that kind of show doesn't need two parts. It's nothing suspenseful at all. Second of all, it's really boring. And third of all, I used to watch it for the outfits, but I feel like they've gone overboard and they're not as cute anymore
yeah,
with the outfits.
I will say, and I don't know, it's because we talked last week about how she has a memoir. Before the show started, she wrote a book and she talked about how she struggles with anorexia. She's way too skinny. Like it bothered, like I feel like, I don't know if she's gotten skinnier from past seasons, but like the clothes don't fit her the same. Like you know when clothes don't look as good because you're not as healthy looking?
I guess. I don't usually like talking about people's
Well, but
weight.
she just looks she looks like skin and bones to me. So I feel like the clothes don't fall on her the same.
I mean, that does happen, I guess.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not into it.
Hmm.
Some shows should just be like one season.
Yeah.
It's like, where do you go
Because
from
now it's
here?
just like, why aren't you with Gabrielle? Like, now you're just really annoying me.
Now it's just like exactly like, what are you
Like,
doing?
she's a lesbian. She's out of the way. She doesn't want to be with him. So why aren't you with him now?
Yeah,
And your boyfriend broke up with you. I don't understand.
that the other what's his name? The other guy.
Crazy.
Anyway, the black guy.
Yeah.
He, but he's also trying to get back with her at some point in something I saw.
Right. And it's literally just like the last two seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awful show.
Um, Another thing I saw. So I don't think you remember Scott and Lacey Peterson he's been in jail since 2003. She was pregnant when she died and went missing, and he was having an affair. So he's been in jail all this time, like over 2 decades or 2 decades. And so now there's a new documentary on Peacock, and he's trying to revive a case and say that the same day she went missing, they're saying that there was this robbery next door or two doors down, and they're saying like that person that was robbing that house has something to do with her disappearance. It's such a far stretch. It's like I find it silly, but there's a whole new documentary on it, and now so everyone's saying like his brother, his brother's wife, his sister-in-law, she's in the documentary and she's a lawyer, or she became a lawyer to like help defend him, and everyone's like, when did you start having an affair with her? Because she seems so invested in his innocence that everyone's like, what is your deal? Like, anyways, I saw that too. It's a huge nothing burger. It's a huge stretch. I personally just don't believe it because A, he was having an affair, and B, he didn't seem to care at all that his wife like was found dead. So that to me is like,
An affair.
huh?
Confirmed he was having an affair.
Yeah, because when he's so dumb. He was having an affair with someone, lying to her that there's video record like taped recording of him telling her he was in Italy and all these places and he wasn't. And he told her that the wife had died or something and she was still alive, and
Hmm.
that or they were divorced. I don't remember. He lied about a bunch of stuff, but he was having an affair with her, and the girl he was having an affair with is the one that called the cops and said, "I'm seeing this guy. Like, I'll tell you everything." You know.
Mm.
So it was really poorly planned. Whatever he was doing.
Right. And I don't know. Obviously, he's on trial. I hate when shows come out and you don't have an ending, though. Like, you watch a whole documentary and you're like, oh, now I don't even know.
Well, not only that, in true annoying form, the entire documentary is information we already know. So they went over it's like it's like the 10 other documentaries. It's like they're doing it all over again. It's like, we don't need to see that. We've seen it 10,000 times. What's the new information?
Yeah, like each network does a documentary
Right.
and it's pointless.
And they should have like a warning. This has already been on 48 hours on 2020 because it's like I see something and I think it's new, and halfway through I'm like, I've already seen this. That drives me nuts. So
I know they all try to do their own take on it, and it's just
it's there should be a law. Like, we're rewatching things and like it's a waste of our time.
a second law you want to implement.
Yeah, I'm into making laws right now. for the greater good of society.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, did you see that Haley and Justin Bieber had a baby?
I did.
There's this huge thing with the baby's name going around.
Yeah, Jack Blue Bieber.
Jack Blues. Isn't it with an S or is it without an S?
I don't know. Jack Blue Bieber is the most normal celebrity name.
It's not normal. Jack Blue is not normal. That's weird.
It's
Jack
not
Blue?
a me, Wolfie,
Yeah, yeah.
Apple, all these other weird ones.
No, Jack is normal, but like Jack Blue? Like why?
Blue's not that crazy.
No, it's not crazy, but together, I don't get it. It sounds like a bar.
I don't like how it's similar to like Jack Black, like Jack in a
Yeah,
color.
it sounds like Jack Black.
Yeah, Jack
Oh.
Blue Bieber. I mean, it is cute though. I'm like picturing becoming like a rock star or something.
Yeah. Do you think he's gonna look like Rain Disick?
That would be really fun. I think they're
Oh
gonna
my!
have a really cute baby.
I can't wait to compare. Can you imagine? It looks just like Rain.
That would be
I
really
need to
funny.
know the truth behind that.
I mean, again, he looks like Scott Disick too, though.
He looks nothing like Scott. Like zero.
We'll see when he gets older.
Their son Mason, the first baby, looks just like Courtney. Penelope is a mix of Courtney and Scott, and Rain looks nothing like any of them.
He looks like young Justin Bieber. So
He
that's
looks
thing.
just like Justin Bieber. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna drive me nuts.
But
Anyways,
yeah, I'm a little sad it's not a girl because I wanted him to like, or I wanted Haley to like have a little doll.
well, she's gonna dress him to the nines anyways because
Either way, it's gonna be
Justin
a doll.
dresses so bad that maybe she can dress another guy like really good.
Right. Yeah.
Justin dresses so bad. He's so hot. And if he would like up his dress game, like he'd be he's hot with his hair
Yeah.
short and like dress good. Oh my god, he's so hot, but he dresses so silly. He looks so silly.
Yeah. And like the thing is, he could still dress to his liking, but just
Yeah.
like refine it a bit.
Yeah, not be like a silly. He looks like juvenile.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. He could look like street cool.
Yeah.
Still do like streetwear or like bummy wear, but like just cooler and not as weird.
Not as like little kid.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
yeah. But Haley's a cutie. I don't know all the hate. I
What
saw this
hate?
little, huh?
She's getting hate?
I mean, she just always gets hate.
Oh.
I think it's like died down a little bit, but I saw this thing yesterday about how like all these like old photos of Justin Bieber crying. There's like this time period of like he was like literally pictured crying all the time, and she's just sitting next to him consoling him, and then he got like sober, and now he's having a baby with Haley, and he just looks like very like she has helped him a lot, and I think she's adorable.
I definitely get the sense, and again, I don't know, but I do get the sense like it's one of those relationships like he benefits more from her than she does from him. It's like it just feels like it's all about him, and it's like at some point it's gonna have to turn around and like I feel like she's not getting fulfilled the way he gets fulfilled from her, you know?
That was more in the beginning of the relationship. He had like a lot of problems, and she was like always had to be there. Didn't have
Yeah.
to, but she was like always there for him.
Yeah.
And now I feel like since he's been sober and like he's kind of out of the music industry, which I think kind of helps him. Like he doesn't release new music, he barely does shows.
But that
I
doesn't
think that
mean
helps
it's
him a
not
lot. So
that doesn't mean he doesn't focus on himself. Guys like that just don't switch. I feel like it's just a dynamic thing.
I guess, but like now she has her own company and like I
Yeah,
don't
but she
know.
needs fulfillment from her partner. It's a different type of
Oh yeah,
checking in on her, like being there for her more than her always comforting him.
right. Again, we don't know anything, but
Yeah, I don't know. I
yeah,
just get that sense. But okay, wild. Did you see the story of the two astronauts that are stuck in space?
yeah. Now they're gonna be there till February. When did they go up?
June. They were supposed to be there a week. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's only like two or three of them. I think it's two of them.
I think it's two.
That
But where
must.
are they in space? What are they in? Are they in a they're in a thing? because they're bringing back whatever they went up, and I think they're bringing back without them.
Right. I think it like detached or
So did
something.
they? I know. Did they like
Like a
transfer?
pod detached.
What do they do all day? That's insane.
Insane. Like, hopefully, they have really good family members and friends who call them constantly every single day. Because if not, you would be so bored.
No, I
I
want
mean,
to
they're
see
going to be
like.
bored
I mean, I think they
regardless.
have work to do, but they can't have that much work. And still, it's 24 hours a day. Like, what is their setup like? Like, that's a long time.
Yeah, it's for like 9 months.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
9 months of eating from those little
Dry
pouches
food.
of like space dry food
Yes.
and of being with the same person. And,
Wait, but
and
if
if,
they were,
mind you, this is your coworker.
do they have? That's my point. Do they have like another station set up there already before they got there? Because they were only supposed to go a week, so they can have like some reserves, but they don't have 9 months worth. Like, where
I mean, I'm sure they're like prepared for something like this, and maybe they do have a lot of reserves. I mean, it's dry food, they're literally in pouches. So who knows, maybe.
I think I would lose my mind.
Yeah.
I would
nine
never go in the first place, but
months.
like that's just insane.
You know how like people started losing their mind because of COVID and that was only a couple months, but we had to
Yeah.
like stay indoors?
Yeah, but at least we had books and cable and internet and
That's what I'm saying. Like it's that to the extreme. Like
they
people
don't
were
have it.
going crazy even though we had our like cell phones and cable and this and like
They don't have
up
internet,
there.
right?
I wonder if their phone works up there because I mean the satellite is in space and they're close to it.
I don't understand why why does it take so long to bring the bag? I don't get it.
I don't know. That is crazy.
No, I can't. That's crazy. I'm like, and no one's talking about it. I just feel like, hello, even the president, like, hello, does anyone care?
I mean, I think they did try to do a rescue mission, but they canceled it and now it's until February.
Wow, wow, just
Crazy.
wow. It gives me anxiety. I feel so bad for them. Like that is the longest time. I can't even. I can't.
I know. I would be scared that it would be extended past February. Like I'm just stuck there.
They're gonna go through Chris. It's just like they're gonna come back different people. Like it's like you can't be in solitude that long with nothing to do that long. Even if you're working for 2 hours a day. I don't know what kind of work they're doing, but
Yeah, they're gonna go a little
they're gonna
crazy.
have psychological repercussions.
I wonder if they get paid for this, like a bonus or something.
A bonus, they should get sued. Like, I
Yeah.
don't want to be up here. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, the big news that everyone expected. J-Lo files for divorce from Ben Affleck. On their 2-year wedding anniversary, she planned it. She's so petty.
That's why she's been divorced so many times.
She's so petty. On her 2-year wedding anniversary, which is like so silly, but everyone's saying like she did that because she made him wait till 2 years so that at least they can say they were married 2 years. Oh, and they have no prenup. I was like, they have no prenup. It's like, who cares? After 2 years, first you don't get everything. Like nothing happens. That's why I always tell people, just get married. Don't fight about why you're gonna get married because if it's not gonna last, it's not gonna last up to 5 years anyways. And like when you're not married very long, nothing happens. Like there's no like liabilities there. You got to be married a long time to have like those financial repercussions.
At that point when they're like they have
Yeah,
that much money,
exactly. No
like
one's
they just
fighting.
have their own money. I
Right.
don't
No one's
know.
fighting for anything. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was like a rumor that he was dating JFK Jr.'s like daughter, granddaughter, someone in there, but they're saying now that's not true. Like he was cheating on her or already dating someone else. But they're
Well,
saying that's not true.
first photo spotted smiling in years. And people are like, he must have a new girl.
So silly. I mean, he is known to be a cheater, but who cares? It doesn't really matter. Like that marriage is a mistake
Yep.
in
That's
general.
crazy. A second
She,
time around.
yeah, she just shouldn't get married
I mean, why did they get married so quickly when like
because
it
it's like
didn't work the first time?
because she's just like desperate to like prove something. Like I don't know. It seems like that's her validation.
Yeah, clearly.
I don't know why they got married so quickly. It's silly. Um, what I didn't realize is she used to be best friends with Leah Remini. Remember the Leah Remini? I love her. She's so funny from that show in Brooklyn. My God.
Yeah.
Anyways, they were really good friends. And I just realized I don't think they're friends anymore. And people were saying, like, oh, the fallout between her and Leah Remini. I'm like, what was the fallout? Oh, King of Queens. Remember King of Queens?
Yeah.
So funny that he's like the truck driver. Um, anyways, they're not friends anymore. And they're saying the rumor is that she didn't want her to get back with Ben Affleck or something. And like they broke up. But or something. Something to do with J-Lo's relationships.
Fight
Huh?
about. That's a weird thing to fight about.
No, but like maybe like J-Lo's like she feels like she's reckless and maybe she got offended. You know how that goes.
Right. She like maybe called her out and then she got offended or something.
Yeah. I don't know if that's true, but Leah Remini and her were like thick as thieves, like sisters, and now they don't talk anymore, which I find interesting. And I didn't even realize till recently.
Interesting.
Um, so yeah, it's crazy.
Go J-Lo.
Who can we set J-Lo up with?
Oh gosh, can you imagine if she finds someone else already? I mean, she probably will, but that would be crazy.
And then A-Rod. Everyone's so annoying. Everyone like looks into everything, but he posted some. They're like, "Oh, cryptic, whatever." It probably has nothing to do with her ex-boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, posted something about some stupid quote. A Rod posted some quote or something, and everyone's like, "That was for J Lo." It's like so stupid. But A Rod's probably like, "Huh, wasn't me."
Right, even though he did cheat on her, but yeah.
I would hate to have my relationships public. It would drive me nuts because it's already like a mind f to break up, and then to have everyone stupid. I wouldn't be able to handle it. I would get on a microphone and be like, "You don't understand. This is not what happened. Like you don't know anything." Like it would drive me crazy. I'd be like, "That's just
Yeah.
not true."
I'm surprised when people stay silent.
I would be because you know me, I'm an open book. I'd be like, "Absolutely not."
Right. People spreading these lies, even though what if like what they're saying is like true on one side?
If it's like
Or like
if
I
they're
don't know.
just like saying something that's like so not true, I don't know if I could stay shut. I just could never be famous. I'm just saying I don't know how they deal with it because breakups are the worst. They're like a death, and it's really hard when you're going through a breakup and to have everyone's stupid 2 cents. I'd go crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Your breakup being news and gossip to people.
bad.
Bad.
Yeah. Um, Disney. There's a woman that went with her husband to a restaurant inside the Disney like land property, but Disney doesn't own the restaurant, but the restaurant operates on Disney property. And she has a peanut allergy or some sort of allergy. And she asked them like 15 times, like, make sure I have this allergy, make sure I have this allergy. They said, no, it's fine. Like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We double checked. She ate the thing and died because it had said allergen. So now the husband's like distraught and he's trying to sue Disney. But the craziest part of the story is that because he did a free trial on Hulu Disney Plus, there's a little term that no one reads. You know how you like agree to shit? There's a
Mhm.
tiny little thing that says if you agree to this, you can never sue Disney or anything related. So if you get killed on Disney parks and you signed up for freaking Hulu, you can't do anything about it. That's the craziest part of the story. And should be illegal.
Illegal.
That's insane.
When they have nothing to do with each other.
Exactly.
Like you should just be able to put your
Yeah.
terms in like
No,
that.
it's like they could put a term in there like your third born child is ours. Like what? Huh? Like I you know?
Wait, that's insane.
No, that's insane.
Sometimes, even though you sign stuff like that, they can like overrule it, I think, because it's just so unreasonable.
Well, Disney got a lot of backlash and everyone's like, "I'm canceling. You pieces of garbage. Like how could you do that? Like if I go to a park and I didn't even pay for the service, I got a free trial. Like what? So someone come and stabs me like I can't do anything about it?" And like so Disney came out and said, we're waiving the right to enforce this due to the delicate circumstance of this couple and the fact that she passed, we're letting it go to court
Ah,
against the restaurant. They're allowing it, but it's like they shouldn't be able to have that kind of power because no one links a park with a subscription on TV.
right. Hopefully someone goes after them to change it. 'Cause that's not okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Like crazy. I couldn't even believe it. Like that's the most shocking part of the story. I'm like, that can't even be real.
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So read what you're
And
signing up for. It's also too like all these companies they own all these things. That's not. It's our responsibility to know what company owns what. Like you know,
hmm
it's wild.
I would never eat out if I had a peanut allergy.
Allergies are one of my allergies and sinkholes are my top crosses to bear in life. I'm so happy that like you have a weird allergy with some raw like rare food, but
Like a sea urchin, but
that's not common. Like it I don't think I would have you in a bubble. Like I'm so happy. I'm so grateful we don't have allergies like that cuz that's scary. It could be in anything.
mainly having a peanut one because that one's just like
Yeah.
in random things and like
All the oils and it cross contaminates. Like it's like almost
yeah. And that
impossible.
one, yeah, that one's like very sensitive and you can go into anaphylactic shock clearly. That same thing happened to the wedding I just went to, or not just went to, but the wedding I went to, um, her cousin, which is like her best friend, has a peanut allergy, and she asked the people multiple times because she had like a weird feeling about the sauce in one of the things,
I wouldn't eat
and
it.
she asked them multiple times, and she ended up having peanuts in it, and she had to go to the hospital and missed her best friend's wedding
And it happened during the wedding?
during the wedding.
Oh my god. Like I swear I would just bring like a bagged like turkey like I would just bring my bagged food. I would not eat anyone's food.
Yeah, you can't trust people.
I that's it. And it even goes so far as like if you smell something, it can give you like the same like you don't even have to eat it. Like some stuff is like you smell it or you touch it.
So sensitive.
Like with all the medical breakthroughs, you would think they'd be able to reverse this. Like it's so crazy.
Right? That would be such an important thing to reverse. But
Why again, another like crazy thing. Why don't they get on that?
I also think it's crazy that like she died so quickly. Like she didn't have like an EpiPen
Right.
or
No, she didn't have an EpiPen. That's what everyone was saying in the comments. Why didn't you have an EpiPen?
if I had that kind of allergy, I'll have two EpiPens with me.
And I actually saw a breakthrough of an EpiPen, but like they're pills or gummies or something, like an easier way to carry it with you and have it available. They just came out with it. Huh?
That thing is huge
The
for
EpiPen?
like a purse. Yeah, for like if you have like a little purse or
Yeah, they
something.
came out with something new.
Oh, that's
So,
good.
yeah, look into it.
Wow, that is crazy and so sad.
It's so sad. It's so wild. It's one of those things you have to be grateful. If you don't have allergies, you have to be very grateful in life because I feel like it's one of those things that really, really hinders you from like living a regular like day to day. You know?
The girl I just saw that story about, that happened to her twice
Oh my god!
in the past year. That people were just like negligent and she had to go to the emergency room because it actually didn't have peanuts in it.
I wonder. You know how we take elderberry? You know how it lessens your allergies. It really helps because it ups your immune system.
Not gonna help your peanut allergy, don't
I'm just
even.
curious. I'm
No.
curious. Maybe it would. Who knows?
Oh,
No one's
what?
tried it.
No.
Okay, but no one's tried it. So why not?
No.
Okay, well, it's worth trying
Something that intense, your elderberry is not gonna help.
if they take it every day. Or maybe like a stronger form of it. It's something to look into, scientists.
Dr. Lisa, I'm sure they would have thought of that by now.
Oh, really? All the smart people that don't think of anything? Come on. One last story I think is super interesting. Have you seen on the news that yacht in Italy that sank in like 16 minutes and it's under investigation now? So there's this, okay, this is wild. There's a yacht that it was off the coast of like Porticello and they're investigating the captain because they're like, first it's a yacht, and they had, it was anchored, and they had like this bad storm come in, and it literally sank in like 16 minutes, and they're like, that doesn't make sense. Like something was tampered with, something wasn't done correctly, prepared correctly. There was 22 people on board, and only like a few survived. So the guy that like the millionaire Mike Lynch, this is the thing. This guy Mike Lynch, I don't know if he worked for Merrill Lynch or something, but he's like this big, you know, money guy. And he just was in like this big lawsuit with like his business dealings or something, and he won. But they're saying like because he won, they think the people that he was up against did something to the boat. So that's why it's like a huge story, because it was him, his daughter, she was only 18 or something, and they all died. And this woman, they threw this woman off the boat with her baby, and she has no raft or anything, and she's trying to keep the baby afloat. She's like, it's all black around me, and she literally said, I was like, they finally saved me, like I couldn't hold the baby up anymore. Can you imagine? She's in the black ocean water in the middle of the night with her baby in a storm, trying to hold, and with no raft or anything,
Insane.
and she survived, and she did everything she could to keep that baby above water.
They say a mother's willpower is like none other.
Yeah, you can like move a car.
Yeah.
Um, but no, and some people died inside, they were sleeping. Like it just sank so fast.
Yeah, 16 minutes?
Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
yeah. So in June, he was acquitted after a lengthy trial on U.S. charges that he fraudulently inflated the value of his company Autonomy before selling it to Hewlett Packard. The trip was planned in a celebration of freedom to mark his rehabilitation in public opinion. So he was in a big lawsuit with Hewlett Packard, he sold his company to, for inflating the value, but he won. So now that trip was to celebrate that he was found not guilty. So it's a wild story. Like, and so
Oh,
among the people that died was the president of investment bank at Morgan Stanley, like big people, his wife, a lawyer, his wife. Yeah, it's wild.
that is absolutely crazy. All these big people were on there,
And it's just
and
like
everyone died.
but it's kind of weird because if they did try to sabotage the boat, like they can't make a storm come. So there's a storm that,
Right.
you know?
Like the storm, just they knew the storm was coming. They probably did, or
But listen to
I guess
this.
just like a coincidence.
They're like, how did the super yacht sink so quickly while other small vessels nearby were fine? Smaller boats around them
I get it. Yeah.
didn't sink. So
um,
it's weird. It does sound like they tampered. Maybe they knew because I mean there is weather forecasts.
but I wonder how the boat sank. Like, what would you tamper with? Like,
Like
would
leaving
they
like a door open or a latch or something so water can like easily like go in and sink the boat.
like what was done to make it sink so quickly?
Well, they have to bring the boat now up from the bottom of the sea
Yeah.
and like investigate. It's this is I'm like fully invested in this story.
I think it's crazy that that mom and that baby survived out of all
No,
people.
I know. Can you imagine? How, you know my worst. Well, sinkholes, allergies, and being in the ocean at night are my worst fears. Like,
Yeah, I know. Being in the pitch black in the ocean,
I think
terrifying.
I would die of a heart attack. The only reason I would stay alive is because I have a baby to save. Because if I could put my fear onto like helping someone else, then I forget about myself. But if I'm in that water by myself, I'm dying of a heart attack. That's it. That's it.
The yacht was like in the middle of the ocean, or was it like at a dock,
Offshore.
but
No,
like
like
offshore?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So crazy. Like, how did people die?
Because they sank.
Yeah, but like,
Well, not everyone died. There was 22, all but 7 of the 22 people. 7 people survived, and they all got on the lifeboat.
gotcha.
And then
On it.
the lady, her name is Charlotte Golunsky, a British woman, was thrown into the water with her 1-year-old daughter. She was clutching her baby in the air with all her strength to keep from drowning. It was all black around me, and the only thing I could hear were the screams of other people.
Oh, God. I'm just saying, like, I don't understand how all those people died. Is it because there was a storm, so like they drowned because it was like the water was so rough?
There was a storm, but it sank in 16 minutes. So if you're sleeping, no one woke you up. And then the
Yeah,
people that were awake jumped on the boat, on the
right.
rescue boat, and maybe more people didn't fit. I don't know. It's wild. This is a crazy story.
Crazy story.
Woo!
They were
No, I can't.
targeted. That just shows having money brings more problems.
You know what? We're always talking about the toast, but Claudia and Jackie, Claudia's always saying, and it makes sense. I totally agree with her. She's like, flying private planes or flying in general is a rich person's like death wish, and they think like they reach a certain amount of money status, and they're like, well, now I got to fly a plane, and they always crash and die.
Those little planes,
Well, any plane, like you're
no,
not
the
a,
little ones.
no, I know the little ones are worse, but it is true that once you reach a certain financial status, you think like you got to become a pilot, and you shouldn't. Like, let someone else that does it all the time do it. Like, stop.
I will never, ever, ever go on a non-commercial plane,
Yeah.
like one of those
Yeah, yeah,
small
yeah, yeah.
personal
The worst.
planes.
Yes,
Ever.
I agree.
It's an insane
I
amount
mean,
of
if I
people
have
who have died
to,
from them.
I would only do it if I have to. Like, there's no way of getting out of there.
I would not. If you're that's how I'm going to the Bahamas, I'm canceling my trip. When they have like those little planes that you have to go to an island, no.
Well, there's some islands you can't get to if you don't.
Then I have no business being on that island.
I like the sound of that. I'm like, finally, Brianna,
No
you're coming to my
business.
side. Of course.
No, that is like my one ultimate fear that I will never
Okay,
do.
but see how you feel about that is how I feel about everything else. Like, it's just not worth it. Like,
No, it's actually an insane amount of people who have, or
no,
like amount of
true.
planes that have crashed.
I
You know
I
what
saw
it
an
is
article.
too? They're not regulated, those
Yeah.
planes. Like it's all like commercial, they have safety standards, they're checked often. Like these planes always fall out of the sky out of nowhere because they're not regulated. You think I'm gonna trust that pilot that's like a friend or like some that's like it's like their hobby?
But
No.
even the rich people that get their pilot license, it's like you have no business doing that. And now you're putting people in your plane and you're killing everyone because you're not a pilot. Like you fly like what, once a year, twice a like no. No.
Right.
Use your money elsewhere. Like hire a pilot. Like stop it. Like, it's so true. When she said that, I'm like, that is so true. Like people, they get money and all of a sudden they're doing things to endanger their lives and the lives of others. And it's like, stop it.
My friend's dad is trying to become a pilot, but through like he wants his own plane and he just wants to
No.
fly his personal plane, and it's his stepdad, and he's like kind of upset, and he's like trying to convince his mom to never get on the plane.
Tell him to listen to that piece of the toast explaining, is it because he came into money? It's so true. It's like rich people, rich people boredom problems.
Yeah, it's a border problem.
Oh,
Well,
so annoying. Speaking of rich boredom, I saw this thing. Remember Alicia Silverstone from Clueless? Or the blonde girl? In the
no.
movie Clueless.
Oh, yes.
So Alicia Silverstone, she's in England. She's walking, right? And she's doing her TikTok or her video, Instagram or whatever. And she sees this bush. She's like, oh, she grabbed, like, those bush that have like little cherry looking things or whatever. It's a plant with a bush. She grabs one of the cherry looking things and she's like, I wonder what this is. And she bites into it and like it has all these seeds inside. And everyone's like flipping out in the comments, like, what are you doing, you crazy person? That's poisonous. Like, you're not supposed to eat that. And so the world is flipping out, saying, like, this psycho lady with her boredom just put something poisonous in her mouth, and it's called the Jerusalem cherry or something, and it's not edible. Like, it will kill your dog and cat, and it's poisonous and toxic.
But she's alive.
She's alive. She might have diarrhea, but she's
Zero survival instincts. Who eats a berry, a random berry they know nothing about?
because it's called rich boredom. They're
Yeah.
bored. And they're videotaping it.
Yeah. So dumb.
I always say that you got to be careful with your dogs and cats and even yourself. Like all these plants that look, you know, innocent, some of them are just poisonous. Like if your dog eats a certain plant outside or a bush or like all that, like it's
I always think about like way back then when we were like wildlings surviving in the wild, eating off of trees. Those people who like sacrificed their lives to see if it was
yeah,
poisonous or not.
trial and error.
Literally.
It's like I didn't die, I did die. I got sick, I went blind.
Crazy.
No, it's crazy. Oh my god. Okay, let's talk about Love Island stuff aftermath. So, okay. Cordell's Cheez It collaboration is sold out in less than 15 minutes.
Wow.
How cute. He's on the box. He's like so cute.
His big dream came true.
I love him. And he also did like another one with warbly eyeglasses. He did another like little Instagram commercial thing. So he's getting some sponsorships there. Aaron was on Biofiles after the reunion and he was crying from stress. Poor thing. It is a lot to deal with. People are just so vile.
I just like don't understand people who are like stressed about that stuff, but then they keep like going out into the public eye.
Well, because they want to have a career on TV. I mean, just because you want to be on TV doesn't mean you want all this hate from everybody.
Right.
And it's stupid hate. It's just like, who cares? They should do a campaign, turn off your comments. Like, people suck.
Right. I know. He's probably not getting any deals, so it's like he probably has no money, no people don't like him. Yeah, it did
I
not
think
turn out how I thought he would, but
I think it's
also
that
like his fault.
I think it's like that whole thing. Like, there are people that like him or don't mind him or whatever, normal people, but the people that are vile are so much louder. It just seems like it's everybody, but it's no, it's just you're just such a loser. You got to voice this garbage all over the place. But plenty of people don't feel that way, you know?
I just don't understand. Like, yeah, he sucked, but I can't imagine like writing a comment about it.
He sucked, but that's his business. Like, he didn't do it to you. Like, get out of here. Who cares?
Right. And like Kaylor put up with it, so why are you tearing
Right.
the man down? Like she's
Yeah. And he's
the one
like, who
putting up with
cares?
it.
You live and you learn. It's not a crime.
Yeah.
Kaylor and Liv are moving in together. They were on Chicks in the Office podcast. And I think, Kaylor, if you're listening, that's a huge mistake. Olivia Liv is a cock block and she's too negative and you're gonna no.
She's one of those people who like bosses her friends around probably.
She's too influential in the wrong way. So it's like
Yeah.
be friends, but like why do you gotta live together? No. It looks like they're traveling. Like they're going from like place to place to place.
Where are they living together?
I think right now they're traveling, but wherever they end up, like they're gonna roommate or something.
Interesting.
And Leah and PPG or whatever, I hate when they call them that. It sounds so silly. But they got some hate for being mean girls after the reunion.
Really?
Yeah. Well, they were a little, I don't know, mean girl, but like when Janae turned around and told Andrea, just stop talking, keep her out. Like, don't, like, who the hell are you? I'm going to do whatever the hell I want. Like, stop telling me what to do. Like, they acted like they were the rulers of the show. And it's like, you're not going to talk and I don't like that. Like, stop.
Right. Like they need to remember not to let it get to their head. If not,
Yes.
it's gonna turn
It's
out
like, just keep her name out of
wrong.
your mouth and it's like, I'm going to do whatever I wish Andrea would have been like, I'm going to say whatever I want when I want. How about that? That's what I would have told.
Yeah, and that's why someone would have a problem with you, but he
Okay, well,
didn't do well on reality
I'm
TV.
an adult. You're not going to tell me what the hell I'm going to do. How about that?
Okay, well, I do think like PPG just needs to keep in mind that they like don't let it get to their head because then they're not going to look great.
Well, Janae, Serena. Well, Serena really didn't do that, I don't think, at the reunion. It was Janae and Leah. Huh?
She definitely has a little attitude.
She does, but she didn't do it at the reunion. Like,
Hmm?
she didn't tell anyone to shut up, Serena.
No, I said Janae.
Oh, Janae, yeah. So Janae, Leah, and then Liv telling Rob to shut up and stop talking. I hate when people do that. Like, I'm not the one to mess with. Like, it's like, stop. You don't know how to have a conversation. I hate that.
When people just like can't control their emotions,
And all
clearly.
they do is try to tell you, like, stop talking. It's like, no,
Yeah.
no.
Rob was gonna bring up a topic and Liv didn't like the topic because it had to do with Liv.
I don't like Liv, but you know that already. I don't like her energy. Okay, Rob, he did a house tour. He lives in Alabama. Did you see it? Of his, he lives in a trailer. It's a really nice big trailer. It has like this big port, like
Really,
whatever.
it
Well, it's
wasn't
nice,
down.
huh?
Nothing.
You don't think it's nice? Well, it's not nice, nice, but it's not like
It's
a
definitely
shitty
fly.
broken down trailer. It's like a big, spacious.
Yeah.
It's not nice. Like it's not decorated nice or anything.
Yeah. And he sat there. He has no TV. And he's like, I just look out the window.
He does. He
He
says he
has no
watches net.
internet.
He says he watches internet. I mean Netflix on his phone sometimes.
No, if he, it's always something with him. He's definitely a little, mm, I don't want to say mysterious. It's not mysterious, but it's
No,
just
he's so different, and it's so
different.
entertaining. It's so entertaining.
Yeah, he's so different.
I would love to hang out with him. I take it back, Rob. You're not a walking ick. I would love to hang out with you, like as a friend. He's just entertaining. I
Yeah,
like oddballs. Like he's like an oddball, so I find it funny.
he's an all. Can you imagine him and Leah's life? Kind of like she's so like Calabasas, money, fashion,
Her
and
love
he
for
lives like that.
animals, her love for animals does bridge the gap, and she's into like you could tell she's into like interesting things. Like she finds it interesting what he
Yeah,
would find interesting.
but like living together wise, like he's not gonna go live in Calabasas. She's not gonna go live out there,
Well, on a farm, he might.
right?
I don't know.
Anyways, that's not never gonna happen. So
But he did a video of him giving his dog, his black lab, a bath, and his dad was in the video. And everyone's like, huh, I never pictured that would be your dad. Like, it's just like, did you
I
see it? So he's taller than his dad. His dad's like really skinny and shorter than him. And he has like, hair, like gray hair. But I mean, he's fine. He's a fine looking man. It's just he doesn't look like Rob's dad. So it is like, huh,
interesting. I need to see that.
yeah,
Hmm.
it is interesting. Everyone's like, huh, I don't see it. So funny. Um,
It is cute how simple his life is, though.
oh, I love it. I would love that. I
Yeah,
just love that. Roaming, watching the sunset, playing with my dog, walking in nature. I love all that.
crazy.
And then he gets out of there and comes into like other stuff and goes back. You know,
Man,
Miguel and Leah have been like at Alex Cooper's party. They're just like, can I just say, I said that Miguel gave me the biggest ick, and he did when they went to Casa Amor. It was so gross the way he was like drooling, like, oh my God, like women, women. It was so gross to me. He was giving such F boy energy. But now I see him differently because he's like so into Leah. It's cute. So he's turned a corner for me. But I would appreciate if he stopped wearing that stupid wife beater. Like it makes him look. He's so handsome. Again, the Justin Bieber thing. Like take off that stupid wife beater. There's so many other clothes.
yeah, he looks a little like wife beaters just remind me of like
Someone with
just
no
not.
job, like wasting their day.
Yeah,
Like stop.
yeah. I don't
There's
like
so
wife
many other.
beaters either.
Like he could wear like a no sleeve, like cute, like an H&M, like looking like cute guy shirt, but like get rid of the wife beater.
Yeah, I don't like wife beaters either. And when he like dresses up, I'm like, oh, he's handsome.
Right? He's so handsome. I mean, he's really good
Yeah,
looking, and he has a great personality. He's funny. Just get rid of the wife beater.
he'll do it.
He's really cute. Him and Leah, like all they do is laugh all day, which looks fun.
Yeah, they look like a good pairing.
Yeah, I wonder what their plans are. Like what's gonna
I
happen.
know. He should just come to LA or Calabasas.
I mean, she could move too. It would probably do her good.
No, because all
No,
of
oh,
them
her
are like over
animals.
here.
No, I'm saying she can't leave her animals.
Oh, right. More importantly.
More importantly, that's the most important for sure.
Alrighty.
Okay, so beauty tip of the week. Okay, I got this U Rose Vanilla Skin. It's U Rose Vanilla Skin. This is, I've been wearing this all week, every day. It's so good. It's a spray. Look at the spray, how like it's very satisfying because it's not like, you know, those sprays that drench or they're like too concentrated in one like stream. This is a very like feathery, like evenly distributed, like light stream, which I'm obsessed with. And it's so delicious for people like me that I don't love a heavy fragrance. Like I'm like it gives me a headache. This is the most. It's called Vanilla Skin, but it's a rose. It smells like roses, but in the lightest, most delicious way. Like it must have vanilla infused, but it's a rose. It just smells like pretty. Like it's just like so delicious. Like you feel like, I don't know. It smells really good. It has like avocado, tree fruit, vanilla bean extract, Tahiti, gardenia flower extract, coconut oil, sea buckthorn oil. So you could put it all over your legs, put it everywhere. It smells delicious. I'm gonna link it. It smells so good. If you like a light, delicious scent of roses, and I'm obsessed with the rose smell, and it's hydrating and good for your skin. Like you can just put it everywhere and you're like hydrating and smell good at the same time. And it lasts a while. It's just not strong though. Like when you're doing whatever all day, you could smell it like when you
Mm-hmm.
put your hand away. But I'm obsessed. I'm going to
Nice.
do another one because we only do one a week. Kish, this is their shampoo bar and conditioning bar. This is what I have in my, like, it's used obviously. So it's like this, I bought this, like, it's for the shower. But this, it's the rice water shampoo bar and rice water conditioning bar. You wet your hair and you kind of like go like this and it lathers up. Have you ever tried this?
Yeah.
It lathers up, and this is the conditioner. It lathers up and it leaves your hair with like no frizz. It's so good. The only thing is you might want to get like those, they sell them, the mesh little baggies, and like once it withers down smaller, you're going to want to put it in there because it'll break apart because it gets smaller and smaller. But it's so good. They have rice water, they have rosemary mint, they have castor oil, they have a bunch of different variations that I want to try. I've only tried the rice water one because, you know, rice water is really good for your hair.
Yeah, it's really good for your hair.
It makes it so soft. I'll link it too. Like it's so good.
Nice.
Yay! All right. Oh, this weekend is Labor Day weekend.
Be safe. Have fun.
But that's all we got. We'll see you next week.
Bye.